Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is gonna be my fall October to December to read list. And I have a lot, so we're gonna try our best. Oh my god, these are heavy. The first one that I hope to get to is The Wishing Game by Meg Schaefer. I've heard amazing things about this. It's about this children's author who opens up a contest after he releases a new book, a new children's book, and opens up a contest for a life-changing prize. I'm really looking forward to this one. I said in my last video, it gave me Willy Wonka vibes, but I don't know if that's gonna be accurate. I'm really hoping it is. So, that's number one. The next one I would love to get to is Love in the Time of Serial Killers. I've had this on my shelf for a few years now. Since it first came out, I've had it. I don't know why I haven't picked it up. I've also heard a lot of mixed reviews on this one. Some people love it, some people hate it. And the cover is gorgeous. I love it. But it's basically about this woman who is a very smart lady. She watches a lot of true crime, and so that's all she's thinking about when she goes and tries to date new people. So she always thinks that someone's gonna kill her. Relatable. It's a romance, and so obviously she finds somebody that she's interested in, but something's stopping her, and I'm gonna guess it's because she thinks he's trying to kill her. So that's gonna be fun. So that's Love in the Time of Serial Killers by Alicia Thompson. I want to read it. She also just released a second book, and the cover is gorgeous. So I want to read that one too. Next up, I have Project Hail Mary by Andy Weir. I have never read a sci-fi in my life, but this one sounds so intriguing. It's basically a man. He wakes up on a spaceship. A rocket ship? A rocket? I don't know. He wakes up and he's the only one alive. Everyone around him is dead and he's in space. So as the story goes on, you're trying to figure out what's happened at the same time that he's figuring it out, which I think is a pretty cool premise. And I've heard it's very easily readable for like people who don't read sci-fi all that much. That's what I need to go into it because I'm not good with all that stuff. But I mean, look how floppy this is. This is perfect. I really want to get to this, and I might buddy read it with my dad. So next, I have Shady Hollow by Janelle Black. Her name. Shady Hollow. This is about a little community of animals that try to solve a murder mystery. Pretty sure the main character is a fox, and she's trying to uncover who has killed this animal in their little village. And I think that just sounds so cute. And also the cover, and it's a series. So if I like this one, I'll definitely pick up the second one. So that's Shady Hollow. Next, I've also had this one for a long time. The Book of Cold Cases by Simone St. James. I have two of her books. I have this one and The Haunting of Maddie Clare, I think it's called. This one I bought hardcover. So you know I'm committed because I never buy hardcover. I don't love hardcover. But this one just sounded so good. It switches back and forth, I think, between 1977 and 2017. There was a murder that happens in 1977, and there was a woman or a child that was seen running from the scene. And then you jump to 2017. There is a person who likes true crime, and I think she asks to interview the girl that was seen running from the murder scene, and she agrees. And I don't know how this is gonna go, actually. I'm intrigued. And they form a friendship, so maybe she like tries to clear the girl's name from all those years ago. We're gonna find out together. Next, I bought this when Chapters was having their hardcover sale, so I got Sign Here. And this is about a person who works in hell, and they're trying to recruit people to come down to hell? If that doesn't sound intriguing, I don't know what does. That sounds so good to me. The idea of someone trying to get people to willingly go to hell, that's your job? That is so, I don't know, the idea is so funny to me, and I hope that it's everything that I want and more. Yeah, I think this has 5-star potential, I feel. And I haven't really seen it much as of late, so I don't know if it's still popular. I haven't really heard anything about it. I'm really looking forward to this. Sign Here by Claudia Lux. This next book is November's read for the book club that I'm a part of. So if I read it in October, I'll be ahead. And that's Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo. It's gonna be a dark academia. There's murder. I think it's a secret society and they raise the dead. I did not know that. That's gonna be perfect for spooky season. The next book that I want to read, I've had this for a little bit and I bought it strictly for the cover and the sprayed edges because it is gorgeous. And that's The Watchers by A.M. Shine. I mean, look at that. All I know is that there are people or things in the forest and they see you but you can't see them and they like torment you as you go through. And that's all I need to know. And I haven't really seen this anywhere. They have another one called The Creeper, which I wanted to buy. My bookstore did not have it, so I settled it for this one. But I mean, if I love this one, I'm gonna hunt down The Creeper. I just think this is gonna be exactly what I need for spooky season. The fact that you can't see these people or things, these monsters, and they're just like pestering you and making you feel like you're crazy. Sign me up. Next, we have a little cozy mystery. It's called Catch Me If You Candy by Ellie Alexander. So this is about a baker in Oregon named Jules Capshaw, and she is preparing for the Shakespeare Festival. And when she gets to her bakery, she finds a man in a dragon costume dead. Of course, she wants to solve it because that's what happens in cozy mysteries. People who are unqualified always somehow solve the case, and I'm here for it. The second last book that I'm hoping to get to this season is called Enchanted to Meet You by Meg Cabot. This is about Jessica Gold and Derek Winters, and they live in West Harbor, and it's like an open witch community, so everyone knows that they're magical of some sort. And so he claims her as the chosen one. I'm not sure what that means, but we're gonna find out together. Seems perfect for the fall and the cozier spooky months. But it's like a nice spooky because it's gonna have love in it and witches, and that's all I need. And last but not least, this is an older book. I found this at a thrift store, I think, but again, it's not really my thing. I'm pretty sure it's magical realism and fantasy, which I don't read a lot of, but I've heard amazing things about this book, and that's The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. I would have bought it just for the cover. If I had no idea what this was about, I would have bought it. It's basically about a circus that pops up without advertisement, basically. It seems really magical and whimsical, and I feel like the descriptions are going to be perfect for the fall because it's really going to set the tone for what I want a cozy autumn to be. And so basically, it turns out that these two rivals have to duel each other in front of the audience of the circus, and it's like last man standing kind of thing. So whoever beats the other person, I'm guessing that's it. I think they die. Correct me if I'm wrong. Listen to this. Within these nocturnal black and white striped tents awaits an utterly unique experience, a feast for the senses where one can get lost in a maze of clouds, meander through a lush garden made of ice, stare in wonderment as the tattooed contortionist folds herself into a small glass box, and become deliciously tipsy from the scents of caramel and cinnamon that waft through the air. Yes. These are the books that I want to read between now and December. And I'm hoping I make a dent, because if not, these are all going back on my shelf. And we can't have that because there's too much. So that is my physical pile of books that I want to read between now and December. And I'm giving myself enough time. I think I'll do pretty good. Some books that I want to read on my Kindle are Keep It in the Family by John Mars, I think. I want to read The Modern Girl's Guide to Magic. That's also on my Kindle. It's a series, the Charming Cove series. I also got an arc of Never Whistle at Night. It's an Indigenous dark fiction anthology, so it's a bunch of short stories. I'm about 2 stories in right now, and I think it's really good. It is unsettling, but I like it. Another book that made me want to read this one was Stolen Tongues by Felix Blackwell. That's also Indigenous horror. That one was really unsettling, and it's also on Kindle Unlimited. I highly recommend that book. You don't read it by yourself or in the dark, because that was a mistake I made, and never again will I be doing that. But that's another one that I want to read on my Kindle. I want to read the second book in the Bailey Brothers series, Fighting for Us by Claire Kingsley. It follows Grace and Asher from the first book, so I really want to read that. I want to know what happens. Another book that I've gotten from the library is The Golden Spoon. I've heard it's like a mix of Knives Out with The Great British Bake Off, and I am here for that. Those are all the books that I plan on reading for the rest of the year, basically. I hope I can do it, because I have high hopes for myself. Let me know if any of these books were on your to-read list, or what's your most anticipated read for the spooky season. I'm always wanting recommendations, and thanks so much for watching.